Alright, so what I've got on the bench is the MS440. I did a video a few months ago with the 044. This is the newer generation of that saw. Newest is the 441, but currently there are rumors of it being discontinued or a break in the supply chain somewhere, or maybe there's a new model coming out, I'm not sure. But it is not on their website, so we'll have to see. There's also rumors of a 462 coming out. Current versions of 461, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on in the Stihl chainsaw world, but they'll probably be having some new models coming out here soon. This is kind of right in the middle of the pro saws. Below this guy you have the 261 and the 362. You got this guy, then above this you've got the 461, the 661, and then the big guy, the 880. So this guy is a 70.7 cc saw, weighs 13 pounds on the power head, puts out 5.4 horsepower, which gives us a power to weight ratio of 0.415 horsepower per pound, which is pretty damn good. This is a pro saw, so it's the magnesium frame side panel. Has all those nice features, the metal gears in the oiler and whatnot, rim sprocket. But anyway, let's get a closer look at it. You can tell by looking at it from the paint chipped, and this is definitely a few years old, by no means a new saw. Magnesium recoil cover here, elasto start handle, so if you get a shock or if it compresses, it's not so hard on your arm. Well, you notice I have a loose Torx head there. I need to tighten that up. This was the first version of the saw that came with the quick release fuel bar and chain oil cap. Do have a metal handle on these guys, like their homeowner versions. Farm and Ranch, they're plastic. You do have a decompression valve release on this saw, make it easier to start. Black line, that's your felling sight. Is a Magnum, which doesn't actually mean anything, just means it has some power. Not a quick release air filter cover, but easy access. You just pull that off, that's actually threaded on. So over here we have a combination pleated air filter and felt wrap. You can see I need to clean this guy out a little bit. I actually did some cuts already with it today, which I'll be putting in the video here momentarily. Like all Stihl saws, with the exception of the CMs, you've got your four-way selector here, so all the way down is choke, up one is half choke, up one from that is your normal run, then kill. You have your carb adjustments on this guy, high side on the left, low on the right, idle down here. Not going to take off the side cover. You've seen enough of those in my videos. Nothing spectacular underneath there or new. It is a rim sprocket, but I cut with it already, so I'm sure it's nice and dirty, and I don't feel like fucking cleaning it up right now. So it's going to stay a little dusty in there. All right. Do have an adjustable oiler down here. That's right there. So when you get long bars like the one that's on here, you can crank up the oil a bit. This is a 30-inch bar on here. This is the biggest bar that this machine will take. It's not going to pull through anything just like a beast at 30-inch, but it makes it pretty decently. I go through some pretty thick stuff in the video, so you'll see how she performs. All right, up front here you can see we've got some pretty decent size dogs here. So you're not going to be wearing these out anytime soon. You can just dig them right into the wood and just kind of let her cut. Not do much. As with pretty much all saws stock, pretty small on the exhaust port there. So this is my company's saw, Tino. So I'm not going to open that up, without my boss's okay, which I've not discussed with him. So just leave it like that for the time being. So I put in some video of some cuts I did earlier today in some close to 30-inch logs. Thing to note though is the first couple cuts, and I'll put this in the video, I'll throw a title on there when it switches, but the first couple cuts will be with an older chain. It is sharp, but the depth gauges in that chain are not set properly, so it wasn't acting as you would want it to act. It was popping and kicking a little bit here and there. But after I did a few cuts, I was like, I need to get the good representation of what the saw can do, so I went in the shop, made a new chain, stuck it on here. So this is pretty much a brand new chain with just a couple cuts on it, and that's what I did towards the end. And I'll put it in there when I switch to the new chain. Like I said, this is the biggest bar that this machine will take. It's a 30. I think the 461 takes a 32, and then a 36 on the 661. But it went through pretty nice. Great saw, as with all of the Stihl Pro saws. So let's see your cut. All right, so here I am with the MS440. See how she does. This is a new chain. So I ended up not including the video with the old chain. It was just too painful to watch. So this is just the new chain. There you have it. MS440. Have a good one, humans.